Hello, everybody. Welcome back to analyzing anonymous allies. So I feel like the most important thing I need to talk about before I go into anything is my stuff. So the two accounts that were mine are these: March of the Beetle and Grackle30. I feel like I'm gonna go over Grackle first. Well, Grackle can be second. I'll go after March of the Beetle first because Grackle's more interesting. You gotta watch the whole video for that one. So, March of the Beetle was just a random string of words that I came up with in my head one day. Basically, March of the Beatles' whole spiel it's a guy who really likes insects. So, very first comment on the profile was from Tate saying shield bug, which is funny because in a Discord server I used to be in with Tate, there was a user called shield bug. So I guess she was trying to see if it was me, and it was me. And she somehow didn't figure that out. So I applied. I also have a typing. Both of my accounts have a typing quirk. This one being it capitalizes everywhere, and the other one being it doesn't capitalize anything or use any punctuation. So I said the more common name is stinkbug. Interesting. My line. And then they just go on. Yeah. Top 5 favorite insects in no particular order: the locust, firefly, Hercules, beetle, fire ant, and atlas moth. Why these are top five? I didn't explain because I don't have a reason. Petunias are violet. I can't remember who this was. Was it Shattered Plates who was petunias? Oh, we had a conversation about insects flower a giraffe weevil. I can't say I have heard of that. And then everyone's already blaming each other on day one. Oh yeah, this was the marching band conversation. Odd. Why? Why beetles specifically? No beetles specifically. There's so many interesting creatures. Have you heard of Flight of the Bumblebee? Their crystal piece. Yes, I have. No, the piano piece. Wait, no, ignore that. Are you in marching band? Yes. Why do you ask? This was a lie. I am not, in fact, in marching band. What instrument? Trombone. I used to be in band. I used to play the euphonium, not the trombone. But I've had friends who play and used to play the trombone. Ooh, interesting. What was your show thing this past year? Any cool props? Nothing out of the ordinary. Aren't shows supposed to be out of the ordinary? And then Shattered Plates just comes in here with sock drawer. What is it? It's nothing related to the conversation. It's just sock drawer? Okay, buddy. Yep, and then I just kind of didn't say anything after that. I see you. That is unsettling. You know what else is unsettling? You. True. Yep. What is And then I asked after it was over, I asked Winner, what did this ever mean? Me. I still don't know what that doesn't help. Favorite beetle? Hercules. Little scarab, Colorado potato up there. Yes, there's a beetle called the Colorado potato beetle. Don't judge me. And I had to bring up Hercules beetle because I said below that it was my top 5 favorite insect. So if I said any beetle other than Hercules, it just wouldn't make sense. Oh yeah, and then Winter was trying to figure out who's who. Just linked Sorry, who I'll get into in a later video. Hard to disagree. I don't think they're the same person. They were talking similar. I don't think me and Sorry were talking similar. Who is that? You? I don't understand. Yes, you do. I do not understand. We want more pics. Yes, sir. We want more pics. Don't worry, more on the way. Oh yeah, now I need to actually get into what this account was all about, and that was pictures with catchy songs. First, and by the way, I took all these pictures myself. This was the first picture called On the Lake, which I took at my cabin. The description was, I saw two spiders, they're not insects, I know. Anyways, I just smelled interesting. I couldn't identify my hypothesis that it was an ant. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. I think I picked amazing music for these. Yeah, I think I picked great music. I wrote this song. I literally heard it at a concert last night. Did you see any petunias? Sadly, I did not. It's okay. You can look for them next time. Why does this look exactly like my cabin? I wonder why. Definitely because if not, because it is my cabin. Tis me. I don't know what you meant by that, Sycamore, but yeah. Next project was bananas for lunch. I did not, in fact, have a banana for lunch, but I did have a banana with me, so I just took a photo of a banana. And of course, I had to do the one and only banana song I could think of. Not necessarily insect related, but I thought it'd be fun to share. Come on, will you wait for lunch too? And then also started a remix chain. I had crickets for lunch. Very interesting. I learned something interesting about the song, but I'm not going to share it because Scratch's Automod scares me now. I've gotten muted 3 times in the past week. As a Tally Holly nerd, I think I know what you're talking about. Basically, the thing is, the song "Banana Man" by Tally Hall. It's about drugs. The bananas are drugs. I can. There's a video I saw explaining it, but in summary, it's about drugs, not bananas. Tally Hall mentioned. No, I do not see Banana Man. Could you help me find him? Thanks. He's right there. And then for some reason, beating a dead horse and eating a dead horse, who's going to be in the next video? They're going to be in the next video. Sort of just a chain, a remix chain on this. You're going to be hearing the song a lot next video when I go from beating a dead horse and eating a dead horse. Why? This would do numbers on fun. This is Unks on you, Unker. Yeah. And they remix it again. I don't know.
Talk to me,
Beginning of sounds like more me. I can't know why. Yes. And then they did it a third time. I remixed a remix of a remix. Oh, okay, what in the hell is happening, bro? Where's my creating themselves? Yep. That's the banana chain. I don't know why it exists, but apparently it does. And then I took actually good photos of insects to fit the character. Recently, I got a new phone. That was a lie. I did not get a new phone, and now I can take pictures like never before. I'm also going on a road trip soon, so expect more masterful photos from me soon. On a Saturday note, I saw a deer that got hit by a car. Sad face. Blessings to the deer. I did in fact see a deer that got hit by a car. That was not a lie. Yeah, the left photo I think was taken off my dad's truck, and the right. These are also my cabin. Congratulations, thank you. What species of deer formed my taxonomy skills are lacking when it comes to okay, that's enough. See, my taxonomy skills are lacking when it comes to mammals. At least give it a name. No, sad face. So you got an Android. Interesting. Yep, the new Pixel 9a. I did not, in fact, get a new phone. I don't know why Tate thinks it was on Android. It was an Android phone, but okay. These two projects, the photos didn't load, but we got flowers, which was mainly for petunias. I found these pretty pink hyacinths today. I thought it'd be nice sharing with you all. Mr. Blue Sky. Yeah, this was actually planted by. Oh yeah, the background is just my lawn. Should have been Violet's SMH my head. Stop picking such catchy songs. I say as I'm the one picking the songs. Literally, no. As Carbon Dust is Tate, but I'm gonna get into that in later video. The song is so weird, but any meme behind it now. Are there normally memes behind the song? Yes, this is a funny meme song. I do not know any memes that normally go along with Mr. Blue Sky, but and this was the last project. The last photo I shared. I saw a really deep hole today. I wonder if anything lives at the bottom. Yep, My Way by Frank Sinatra was because it was the last day. So I'm like, hey, this would be a fitting song. Interesting song choice of all the titles. If this is a reference to something, I don't get it. This photo I actually took back in September on a field trip for geology class. This was in, I believe, Sudan? Not the country, Sudan, Minnesota, way up north. And then, yeah, this project I shared after it was over. Like, after everyone had voted, everyone revealed who they were. It was just more of a celebration. Yeah, just a scroll photo. That's literally the rock in my neighbor's yard. Thank you for some gaming everyone. Here's a photo, yada yada. You can read all that. The diabolical project to release today. Yep, diabolical. And now that is March of the Beetle complete. Now I have to get into Grackle, which was a little bit weirder. So I kind of went through like 3 different phases of this. The first phase was rambling. A group. Oh, by the way, I have to give backstory for a lot of stuff. So the name, I originally had a super amazing name picked out for one of my accounts, and then I forgot it. I completely forgot about it. I forgot what the name was, and I'm like, dang. I wish I remember what that name was. I still don't remember what the name was. But in world history class, we were learning about the Black Plague, the Black Death, the plague. So I was bored in class. I was googling the plague, and on the plague Wikipedia page, I saw like not to be confused with the common grackle because a group of common grackles is called a plague. And that's where I got grackle from because the name grackle was just stuck in my head. So then I got grackle. So the first phase was like the rambling phase. A group of grackles called a plague, which is an infectious disease caused by the bacterium bat, and bacteria were among the first life forms to appear on Earth. Earth is the third planet from the sun, which is a G-type main sequence star, which in geometry is a type of non-convex polygon, and geometry is a branch of mathematics. I should read the comments. First comment by me. What the hell? Because I just saw the rambling and it was chaotic. This is a real bird. Yes, Tate. The grackle is in fact a real bird. Look, you see, the common grackle is a species of large bird found in large numbers throughout much of North America. First described in 1758, the common grackle has three subspecies. Adult common grackles and have a long and dark bill, pale yellow eyes, and a long tail. Adults often have iridescent appearance on their head. Especially in males, common grackles can be found wildly across North America east of the Rocky Mountains. It is a pain to read this stuff without punctuation or capitalization. Wait, that year 58 mentioned because perhaps Sibley's old account was Winter 58. That was an unintentional reference, but I'm sure it threw some people off. I wonder if that was intentional. It was not intentional. Maybe. The Maybe, which is the inside joke of call me Maybe. I googled that and I got something about the name it was a name that was similar to Maybe, but no, it wasn't spelled the same way. And it stood for she who intoxicates. So I'm like, she who intoxicates. Winter is toxic confirmed. Let's play a game. That's ominous, and I'll leave that for like. I'm talking about cards in the last video in the series. Bro, this is an account too that I missed because I guess Winter was trying to go through all the accounts that joined and missed this one. It's giving Arcadius. I don't know what Arcadius means. What's that? OMG, you're so real. And one thing I tried to do was try to throw people off by following random people and stuff. So I had commented in one of the featured studios, just I am Steve. That's what going through everyone's head right now. So this guy replied to my comment, so I instantly followed him. Why do you follow me? That's a secret. Hi 49, hi 490. I don't get the reference, but it's 490. Messed up for real. Why are you replying if you're not 490? I don't know what 490 is, but 490 is there. Hi Chatchums. Chatchums just uttered plates, if you didn't already know. Hi Bowles. I don't know who Bowles is. Hi Bald. This account is so weird because it was inactive. This account was inactive for 8 years. Look, this account's been inactive for 8 years. Okay, well, not that, but like a super old, super old account hasn't been active in years. Randomly comments on my anonymous accounts account. What? Why is a random 8-year-old account here? It's represent your mental age. Normally, generally, how is a normal AA this chaotic? It's a random 8-year-old account. There's Age of Exploration randomly showing up. People using old AA accounts. Oh, right, that just reminds me because Sycamore brought out the I Ship It account from a previous anonymous accounts. Bro, what? Do you know who Age of Exploration is? Yes. Wait, okay, yeah, who is it? Because they're everywhere. I have zero clue. That's crazy. Hello, Chatchums. I've infiltrated your country's borders. Which was a joke that people kept saying on his old profile. Let's play a game. I don't want to play a game. I smell a liar. Are not we all? Don't deflect this, Tate. I see you. Bro, the comment chain. The comment chain. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, 39 comments. Interesting. My line. Crazy confidence level. I'm right though. Unforgivable. Ah, yes, we love unforgivable here. Believe what you will. This account is absolutely colorful. Congratulations, Tate. You got me. That is in fact me. Why would I believe that? I don't know, but I'm true. Why would I believe that? Because I know Cull very well. Thus my vibe is more better here. Yeah, that take got me. Most other people didn't get me. didn't well, not this one. In fact, I think if more people guessed March of the Beetle than this, and Tate's just like, "What? How did people not get this? This was so obvious." And then I'm talking about March of the Beetle, and she's like, "That's you," and I'm like, "You didn't get more better." You know, we say that a lot in my family. More better. Yes, it's funny. It's okay. Fine, I'll bite its call. You're right. You remind me to come back take Mark's combo. Hey, you should come. And then replies like 5 minutes later. Hey, you should come back take Mark's combo. Remind me again. Again, by the way, doing it now. Thanks. And now, yes, okay. Let's play a game. Oh yeah, did you take Mark's convo? I really want to know what you think. But this is called. Yeah, I lied about not playing Among Us just to mess with evil out. Yes, I figured as much. Plankster Gangster. So as far as I can remember, call his extreme love of space stuff. That's a big part of why I think it's him. I wasn't even trying to talk about space that much. It showed up in my profile, but that was just coincidence from me, my rambling. Just because I like space doesn't mean just because space mentioned and I like space does not mean it's me. It was me, but that doesn't mean it's me. Interesting. That's Winter's line. Watch out, Winter can come bite me. Winter is perhaps with me. I see that. Second time, past my hours, I've been threatened to fight someone. What was that? For funsies. Understandable. That was just one comment, friend. What do you mean by keywords? Our eyes have been open to the beauty of the natural world around us. The game is over, but we will meet again when we are inevitably reincarnated in some future timeline. This is not a goodbye, Winter, perhaps Elite 58. At least not forever. Bro, why are all the accounts so existent? OMG, I get it, I think. Winter did not, in fact, get it. Uh, they guessed March of the Beetle. They didn't guess this one. I don't. As long as it's not a lie, I'm cooking right now. Oop. And then I replied after the game was over. Oops. What was this about? I love cryptic hints on names like profiles like Land and Bear. Since TF was following most of them, Winter thought Crackle was Dark Fire. TF is Dark Fire. Me when I accidentally mod someone. Not mod, but trick lol. Oops. Lore behind the name. I already got that. Map lore. I'm going to talk about the map later, but yeah, I went for a bike ride one day and I come up with a bunch of poetry and I started commenting on people's accounts and confusing them more. This was the first project of the rambling shenanigans called Dream. The first part was just like random stuff and then it just devolved into existential chaos. Comments. What? What is bro yapping about fire? A dream course silly. Oh, your mom? I don't know. A joke. I'd like when Americana. Bars. Bars. Oh, rest for an eternity. Me. I wish I could rest for eternity. I don't know what bars mean, but I go bars. Time to read this. There was a staircase and a dog and a porcupine and a teddy bear and some friends and some family and heaven and hell and lots of ice and tons of sand and love and joy and hate and sacrifice and all tied together in the most beautiful chaos anyone had ever seen. The story has no name and no plot and no characters and no setting. It has all the names, all the plot, and all the characters. An infinite number of characters. It takes place everywhere in the story of life, the universe, and everything. It has no meaning, no purpose, yet it means everything. I'm gonna need to go in and drink of water after talking this much. I am tired now, and I will rest for an eternity, but I will not rest because there is so much to be done. Everything everywhere all at once, and yet nothing nowhere never. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to because it does not matter. I have no idea what I was talking about here, but it was just random. So all these blank projects are stories, and then the other projects is lore. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong one. Ideas. 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 Okay, cabbage. Cabbage is a leafy green biennial plant grown as an annual vegetable crop for its dense head leaves, which humans only have dense leaf heads, which humans only have one of, and humans evolved from apes, not monkeys, as some people wrongly believe, and are actually more closely related to rodents and their family animals. And a family is a group of people related either by consanguinity or affinity. Did you say humans have dense leaf heads? Sure. Humans have densely heads. Okay, ideas. I don't know why I did this. Oh yeah, it was also world history. Had a seminar and the topic was ideas. And then I just had ideas stuck in my head, so I'm like, you know what? Ideas? Ideas. Next we get to the first lore project of the rules. There's actually audio this time, and I hope it's not too. What does it mean? This project refused to load for me for some reason. I've been at your dang Wi-Fi again. I'm at school. Yeah, there was a lot of things where multiple people were having a Wi-Fi problem. Just scratch for just going. You like fun facts? You know that fire is dark. Fire is in fact dark. Time for the lore.
Greetings, allies. It is I, the elusive Draco 30. I would just like to release a friendly reminder that Anonymous Accounts is not just a game of withholding information. but also a game of spreading lies and mistrust. But why would I waste my time telling you this? After all, you know the rules, and so do I. The reason I am broadcasting this to you is to tell you that you must stop at nothing to win this game. Log people. Distract them with useless Easter eggs. Claim a completely separate account as your own. Whatever it takes to win. This is Dracul, signing off.
And cue the crash. Made it so the web you crash at your web page. Lures I tried to put in there. It was just more motivation for people to take the game more seriously. Not that people weren't, it was just saying go all I was more saying go all out. Also the you know the rules and so do I is a reference to Anonymous Anarchy. Which I'm not gonna go in depth about, but next up, story time. This is a story I made where I tried to reference as many people as possible. This is a great story. You are so creative. Thank you, mates. I'm being framed. No, really. Yes, really. I don't see how. This is here. Just, just again, it is a reference. I just had to say something. I'm trying to comment. I tried to comment on all the projects. But hey, it's story time. A man walked out of his house one day and saw some strange flowers in his yard. Because the man was not a biologist, reference to me where I continuously say I'm not a biologist, he could not identify the flowers, so he went to the village to ask for help. And as scientist asked him if the flowers were red or blue, because are the violets red or the violets blue? Roses are red, violets are blue, you know. But the man was colorblind, could not tell the difference. So the scientist sent all the king's soldiers and all the king's men, which is a reference to something. I don't know. I've seen them talk. I've seen people say that before, but it's a reference to something, but I don't know what it's a reference to. But I just had to plug the reference anyways. And they too were not that bright, could not identify the flowers. Some of them thought they were violets. Some of them thought they were dandelions. Some of them thought they were petunias. No one could identify them for certain, so the scientist himself set out to the man's house to see the flowers for himself. But when he arrived, he had a vision of the terrible winter to come. Winter, as in perhaps So as the sun set in his insanity, he set fire to the flowers in nearby sycamore trees. Because of sycamore, the fire was the only thing illuminating the now dark scene. Dark fire. Okay. 4 more projects to get through, and then we're done. Cards United lore. You know what? I can talk about this in the Cards United video. You get to wait until then. Peak writing, I suppose. This was an old story I found that one of my friends wrote back like in 2020. So I just copy and pasted it here. And then, I had to change it up so it matched my writing style. Bars. What does bars mean? You keep commenting bars, but what does it mean? Cried when the mother put on AK-47. Bro, I haven't thought about Among Us in years. Wait, I thought you were playing a week or two ago. No? Well, I'm going to say it. I blame the cards. Same. Liar, liar, pants on fire. No, call your rights. Going 11 days ago on my profile. Wait, what? You literally talked about Among Us. I'm thinking on my profile. I don't remember this. You're calling it attention action. Yeah. Bro, it just keeps going. They are yapping. Absolute cinema. Finance? Interesting. This is not me, lad. It was not me either. That was Are you sure? Invincible. That's exactly someone who owned this account would say. It was not me either. Technically, yes, I did not write this. I swear, cross what steering silver, what does that mean? It just keep look. They just keep yapping. It keeps going. Oh yeah, and then I showed up. Take your drama elsewhere, steering wheel. Are you the problem? You tell me. No, you're not. Never mind. Tell me, Winter, who do you think I am? Well, now you sound like Darkfire. Why do you believe that to be the case? Kidding, your call. Why do you believe that to be the case? Because you're chill like that. Interesting. Bro, my line. I'm very much aware of whose line is whose. So why are you stealing? I respect you. Then don't rob me. 128. Just keep more yapping. I need to read the story. I don't want yap fests. Best writing I've seen. This must be required reading in school. Oh yeah, this was just a random guy who showed up. Not like a super old inactive account, but just a random guy. Now, time for peak writing, I suppose. I am Among Us, said Among Us. I am imposter, replied the crew 8. Wowzers, same, replied Among Us. Among Us and the crew 8 were best friends, not really. They were just colleagues. They worked together in the finance industry, handling people's stocks. They were against each other in the race to make their clients $10,000. Their boss knew they were competitive, so he tricked them into setting up this competition so they would finally get some work done. As you can see, they are not the brightest of the bunch, but they know how to make every wait, but they know how to make everyone but themselves money. They died trying. Part 2. I'm sad to announce the death of Kuwait and Asamas, screamed the police officer at their mothers. Oh, golly gee, both mothers replied in union. What do you mean? Replied the officer. We both hated our sons. Soon after saying that, their mothers pulled out some AK-47s and started firing on the officers. In a blink of an eye, they were dead. Time to kill Among Us and Crew 8's co-workers so we can revenge them, they said in a robotic voice in union. Yep, that is a thing that exists. I don't want to talk about that anymore, but it exists. This was the thing I posted on the last day. The final days of Honus, all hell will break loose, except the fact that I've lost the game, because I knew Tate had figured me out. And I thought perhaps the Blade figured me out, but somehow I changed their mind into thinking I wasn't. I accept the fact that I've lost the game. That does not mean I cannot prevent others from winning as well. Then this is when the poetry started. I don't want to go into the poetry. Oh yeah, another guy who wasn't participating just showed up and said, I just lost the game. By the way, I just lost the game, and you just lost the game as well. But I ignored this. I said, you were not participating. I just lost the game too now. Damn it. Damn it. Because avoiding the scratch filter. The game has not ended yet, and you still have a chance. I think Sycamore can do pretty good. They were beating a dead horse, and I forgot what the other one was. Oh, you poor soul, you have no idea, do you? I know exactly what you were talking about. However, that is not what I'm talking about. GG. Anarchy. Another reference I tried to make to anime. Home sweet home. Your secret is still safe with me, but I cannot say the same for other people's secrets, because I had also figured out who Ice Carpen's also was at the time, and it was Tate. Those plates? Tectonic plates? I'll give you a hint since you're here so soon. If my rhymes seem cryptic, and try inserting an @ sign in front of keywords. And between those plates are chasms. Oh yeah, this crashes too. The final project. Question mark. It's actually supposed to be a piano emoji, but it changed to a question mark because I guess Scratch doesn't support piano emoji. Yep, dramatic piano. The dawn of the final day. We are sorry for what we have done, the accusations we've made, the terrible poetry we told, the clues that no one found. We are going on a journey now, a search for forgiveness, a search for peace, a search for meaning. The game is over now. How did you do? And I commented, I don't know about you, man, but I did awful. Because, I mean, I think I did awful. Results aren't out yet at the time of recording this, but I think I did bad. Yeah, the lore of this map is something I made for a World History project. I know, it's a lot of me taking World History to this account over and over. It's just interesting that that's happening. Okay, that's not bad. I believe that's everything I've gone through. Those are my 2 accounts. March of the Beetle. I can pull that back up. That's the wrong project. We have March of the Beetle. And Grapple 30. And I believe that's the end of this video. Next video, I'm going to be going over the beating versus eating rivalry. So, see you.